He may have tipped his hand a little too much. What in the world has gotten into her? It's twice now that we have sought Uyange's aid, and twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. The Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils, and spent as much time at the Leveler estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see all three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later though, little Alamigo waits. Boop. A nice easy teleport for once. Or rather, a teleport that doesn't have a 5-minute walk. Alright, where are you, my dear? Still no sign of Thancred? Thranler? I will get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me. It has been a long day. Did you have something to say? Uyange? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head, now more than ever. Listen, Alex, if anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I am prepared to do what must be done. Right then, to more pressing matters. Since you have no idea when Thancred might arrive, I suggest we see what information we can gather in his absence. Let us pray that someone will be willing to speak with us about the resistance. I wonder who it could be. When we were free, Alfino was eager to get to work. As am I. So, to review, we are reliably informed that the members of the Alamegan resistance operating here have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals. Our task being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here could be unwholly aware of the resistance's movements. The challenge, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It would seem sensible to divide our forces. Alex, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of town? Elise and I will do the same in the west, and afterwards we can rendezvous here to share our findings. Alright. Are they going to be up or down? I'm guessing down. That's why I'm going up. Haha! The resemblance? The resistance? Damned if I know! It's not as if I'd be any use to anyway. Alright. If you set store by all these tales of secret weapons, good luck to you. But I'm too old for the masked bedtime stories. This is our lot, and it's time we get used to it. Interesting. Ow. Let me guess. Come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. While he's lit a fire in every Alamegan's heart, he's also inspired more than a few old Dons to pledge themselves to the cause. And little wonder, the Garleans won't stop until we're all under the yoke. I wonder if that was different because I am from Uldar, or if that's what set everyone. Now where's this last person? Last person. Talbot. I see you there, going around asking questions, looking for the Griffin in his lot, I'll bet. Seems like they talk a little Alamigo these days. Folks wondering what he's about and what he's got in store for the Garleans, and what's under his mask, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face. what were all the scars. Others reckon he's been marked for death by the Empire, and that they send a bloody legion if they knew he was here. Your guess is good as mine now. That's a weird way of doing that for us. Well, I found some information, not much, but a little. I suppose I should ask what you learned, but I think I already know. Yes, this Griffin character seems to be the leader of a newly formed revolutionary faction within the Resistance, the Masks. Yet despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them, only that they are the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamegan liberation is unrivaled. We can but hope their revolutionary fervour is never channeled into the direction of a primal. Now I feel confident that this is the group which received the crystal shipments. We yet lack proof. But before taking any action, I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions, and mayhap enlist his help while I'm about it. Given that you and Gundabald, I remember him, are already acquainted, mayhap it would be best if you took the lead, shall we? And I didn't talk to Elise first. Ah well. Gundaval, I return! To hear people speak of him, the Griffin sounds like a man in his middle years. But if that's the case, just what has he been playing at for the past 2 decades? If he's so devoted to the cause, why has he waited until now to do something about it? Unless, of course, he hasn't. Naught would please me more than to be wrong about all of this. Much as it pleases me to see you again, Alexander, I cannot help but wonder if I should be worried. I'm sure I gave him, like, the Sid James type of voice. I cannot help but wonder if I should... I hear you and yours have been asking questions. The Griffin? I know of him, as do we all. He and his masks have become a leading faction within the Resistance. Though there was suspicion at first, given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself as charismatic and a capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his visions. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man for what he's accomplished. But I have not forgotten Wilred. I was blinded to the danger of his ambitions, and you were not. The Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the sunken Temple of Kron. Go and see him with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. 'Tis but a pity Thancred is not here to join us. You two go on ahead. I shall stay behind and wait for him. Okie dokie. Whatever could be keeping him? If he's taken the scenic route, leaving us to do all the hard work, I shall treat him to a piece of my mind. Alright, where are we going? Alright. Seeking the piece of reason. I'm going to turn off. Just because we've enjoyed that enough. Although I have no idea how much of this patch is left. Maybe a lot. Maybe not much. Because I've got a feeling that we're going to have a fight with the Warriors of Darkness. I don't know. We'll see. Do 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 do. Ba 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 da 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 da. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 While I'm here, that reminds me. There may be something I can pick up here. Purchase items. Let's see. Nope, so it must be for these. Ah, there it is. Smolderer Equestrian Roll. Shame I don't have any of the steel Amal Jacques on us. But that's this theme. One of those has been added. Actually, I could have possibly picked up the one in the other camp at Overlook. But I thought I'd quickly show that off and see if it was their currency or our currency. Has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within. Oh well, let's get comfortable.
Brothers and sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight. They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us, and they have murdered us, but no more! Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands! This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamigan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Albania once more!
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
What are you two doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Well, this is quite the surprise.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
For it is not strength of arms that will win this battle, but strength of heart.
Yeah, I was waiting till you finished. I had a feeling would come across them. Of all the places to meet, it has to be fate. Perhaps it is my imagination, but you seem rather more rugged and world-weary than when last we spoke. Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. And you, though it was pretty obvious you and Alexander would be fine. The Crystal Braves never had a realistic chance of capturing any of the Scions, divided as they were, and distributed by the better parts of Eorzea. But if you truly believed that, then forgive me. What exactly have you two been doing all this time? Repaying a favour. After the banquet, we had no choice but to flee Uldar, and we would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance. That's right! They smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in Little Alamigo, all at great risk to themselves. Obviously, we couldn't let that go unacknowledged, so we offered to help them out with their operations for a while. When we learned of the Scion's exoneration, that Lolorito had severed all ties with the Crystal Braves, and that General Rauban had been reinstated, we resolved to make contact. But having long since discarded our link pearls as a precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to a courier. I gather from your puzzled expression, however, that you never received it. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the masks are happy to let the refugees spread the word within the community, they're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. Oh, and we also heard a rumour that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffin mistrusts the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. A lot of people, by the way, think that it's Eelbert. Just putting that out there. Curious. It is well known that we are no friends of Garlemald. One would think the man we saw beseeching all and sundry to join his cause would welcome our support. I should say that the man you saw was not in fact the Griffin, but an impersonator. As a talented rabble-rouser, to boot. It would not surprise me if he were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you may have gathered, the Griffin is an extremely cautious and distrusting man, who has made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It's hard to know what to make of it all. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks. What? It's not as if I'm making all of you wear one. and mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the,
For all the good it did.
And now you've heard the whole of it. But tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? Crystals, primals, yeah, summoning. Summoning? You're not serious. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
The Resistance would never even entertain such a ridiculous plan. But the Griffin, well, the man is an enigma. I cannot say with any confidence what he would or would not do. What I can say, however, is that the speech we heard today was not the first to make a reference to a power capable of defeating the Empire. The Masks have made many such claims of late. I confess I had assumed it to be a mere bluster, but in the context of the shipments of which you spoke, it is not impossible that they are alluding to a primal. Whatever it is, we'll find it out together. And if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed. That is, assuming you'll have us. Of course. Ba 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 ba.